Hey everybody, I decided to do some reaction videos to people talking about recession and the housing crash coming, or actually being in it right now, heading into October 2022. Ready? See you on the other side. Hey, what's up everybody? Rob Howe, Rockstar Realtor. That makes me the Realtor and you the Rockstar. I work for Rockstars. Remember that if you are interested in buying a home or selling a home in Las Vegas, Nevada, I'm your guy. I've got a whole bunch of stuff here. I'm gonna go through videos today of some people talking about recession and housing crash, and then just do a little reaction video of me looking at them and thinking about what I think when I see these things. Some of these people are people that I listen to and respect a lot of their opinions, but I don't always agree with them. Originally, this started out as something I was going to do for myself in my old videos of my prognostications, where I was predicting or prognosticating on what was coming next. Some cringeworthy stuff in there, so I will do a couple of those. I did get some things right, and I'd like to point that out, and also point out what maybe I see right and what I don't like. Oh, really quickly, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'm gonna give you 2 seconds to do so. 1, 2. Did you subscribe? I hope so, because there's a whole bunch of fun, awesome content, and really stuff that I think is very important for everybody to know that's on my mind. And again, today will be an example of how I get some of that information. Some of it, I think it certainly helps to listen to other people and see what they have to say. I hope that's why you're here. So right now I'm going to go to Reventure Consulting. This guy's usually pretty good. I like what he has to say on certain things. He has a video called Housing Crash Getting Bad, and these are the top cities to buy. Okay, so he's basically going to talk about the strength of these cities. And I'm going to start at the very top, basically, because I want to react to a couple things he says.
This housing crash is getting bad right now in 2022. Home buyer demand, it's dropped off the table. Home prices, they're falling around America, and I think this housing crash could be even worse than 2008. However,
whoa, buddy. Whoa, 2008, worse than 2008. That's where I take issue. He thinks it could be even worse than 2008. Unless you got some other information about a whole bunch of foreclosures coming on the market, I think that's total baloney. Now, that being said, I do think that you have, it's not as if that's impossible, okay? It's just you have to have the right ingredients for that to happen. And it would take a multi-year process, just like it did in 2008. All right, a lot of people weren't predicting the expanse, the full expression of what happened in 2008 until it started really happening, okay? Or really until it was done. A lot of people go, oh, see, I told you so. Well, he's saying, I think it could be worse than 2008. He's got his little foreclosure thing there. Again, where's this coming from? Where are the foreclosures coming from? So many people, so many of you bought out there and put a lot of money in your homes. This was not borrowed money that just you didn't put any money into it. You had to borrow some of it. You had to put a lot of money into it, and you got a great interest rate. Okay, so a lot of people have great mortgage payments. Now that's where I'm going to go next, is about the recession stuff that people are talking about. Many people believe, as I do, that we are currently in a recession. I think the recession has already started, as the definition would say that, 2 quarters of negative growth, and we're on a 3rd quarter for sure of negative growth, but we'll find that out soon enough. I hate to say it, but I think until after the midterm elections, we won't have that official announcement of it. We're in a recession from certain folks until then. It's just the nature of the beast. Politics has absolutely played a part in our housing market and our economy all the time. So yes, people are stoking recession fears. I might be one of them because I think we're already in it. So anyway, even if we aren't, many people are saying it's ahead. So I'm going to go jump to a video about that. So the next video here I'm going to jump to is Economic Ninja. He talks about a number of things. He's sort of I think sometimes he's an alarmist, always talking about the the sky is falling. But it doesn't mean he is always wrong, and I do want to react to that video. So here we go. He's got a very basic background setup. He just kind of runs with it, rolls with it, but he does a lot of videos. So if you're interested in hearing what he has to say, check out Economic Ninja. Here we go.
At the open, because of fears, the Fed is overdoing the inflation fight, the good fight of inflation. Good job, Fed. Remember when the Fed said they decided they were going to fight inflation last December, but they weren't going to do it right away. They were going to wait 3.5 months. That's right, because the Fed's that cool. They just say something and they expect it to happen. But no, they only...
Okay, right there, I just wanted to point out something, and that is that he is talking about last year in 2021, the late in the year. This is exactly where I thought the Fed should have been doing what they started doing much later, which was to increase the rate. Everybody knew inflation was happening. The Fed was late to respond, and so here we are. And now he's talking about, because of the fears that people are having, that the Wall Street, the stock market is really taking hits. They're thinking that the Fed is now overreacting with their interest rate hikes. They started out super relaxed. Oh, yeah, no problem. Last year, no problem. We'll get around to that. Hey, Then we had this massive boom, especially in the Las Vegas market and many other markets for real estate, because the interest rates were still low and the market was booming. There was a big demand. Well, had they done that rate change a little sooner, I think that you would have still seen a boom, but maybe not quite as hard. And it would have also been effective for what they're trying to do now, which is to quell some of the inflation. And really what I think is happening is we've been pushed into a recession. I don't know which video I saw it on, but I agree with this thought that when we do see rates come down is actually when we're in some of the worst parts of a recession, when they have to pull rates down. It means that they've dealt with the inflation, they feel like they've quelled the inflation, and now we're in a recession. That means people aren't able to, they're still not willing to spend as much, maybe some job losses, I certainly hope not, but that's where it would go. Now, these job losses, in order to go to that original video I just showed, 2008 levels would have to be pretty darn massive. I just don't know how that happens, and I certainly hope it does not happen. Anyway, I'm going to go to one of my videos next. I'm going to look at a video that I did about 5 months ago, and the title was Recession Coming, ? What will that mean for Las Vegas real estate? Well, there were a few things that clearly I could not have known. One of those things is the increases that have happened in the last 5 months. Now, they did start around this time, and I did talk about it in this video, that it was changing things. And I absolutely started to allude to what was going to happen next. And I just want to play this little clip.
It's already happening, folks. In other states, as I've been saying, in the past that I thought it would.
I'm a little choppy on this.
It's already happening where we're getting the states are having different markets. It's been pretty much blanketed across the country that we've had strong real estate
markets
everywhere. But now it's starting to become where maybe some of these higher markets, and that when I say not just higher in real estate, but also in taxes and other things that.
All right, let's fast forward to this part.
Those places are starting to feel the hit first. It's starting to happen, folks.
Other states were feeling the hit.
A little bit of the topsy-turvy. And
they couldn't come here right away.
Vegas continues to stand to do well because of that, because people are going to be wanting to get out of those situations. The only problem may be if those markets were to slow or really have issues, people aren't going to be able to sell their homes as easily and move to Las Vegas.
Already happened.
If they're motivated enough and they feel like the house of cards is coming down, they're going to get it done, and Vegas will stand tall. Now, I'm not saying nothing will happen in Vegas. I'm not saying there won't be any effects. Of course there will be. We're not going to just keep going up and up and away. And
can't go up and away.
Shouldn't happen anyway. But
healthy. We need healthy.
That being said, relatively speaking, I think Vegas stands to do very well, even in a potential onset of a recession in 2023. Could be sooner, but I'm not an economist here. Not trying to.
Well, it is sooner, folks. it's already happening right now. And it's certainly, if you don't think so, you will see it by the end of the year. Unfortunately, I think that's exactly what's happening. But here's the good news. You can still negotiate with sellers if you're a buyer, and a seller. As a seller, you want to get your property sold ASAP because you don't know what the future is going to hold. Now, that being said, you got to make it nice and sweet for the buyers that are out there. There are buyers, they're struggling to get here from California. They still want to do that in other places. Actually, in California, they're all moving up to Washington, I believe. That's where the most of them are going. But they're still moving away. And the only thing that's holding people back from really being able to do what they want to do is the interest rate at this point. Now, other shoes could drop and make things more difficult. And I think over time they will, but the good news might be the interest rates might fall down a little bit. I want to thank you for watching this video. I'm going to do little reaction videos to what I'm watching and what I think about. I think this is strong information. I think it's fun. So I want to keep doing that. Let me know what you think and make sure to subscribe to my channel. Remember, I'm Rob Howe, Rockstar Realtor. You are the Rockstar and I am the Realtor. I'm here when you need me. Call me anytime, 702-461-7175. Hey, have a great day, everybody. I'll see you on the next video.